World, it's about that time. Yeah. TEAM103. In case you forgot, it's the TEAM103 Radio Talk Show on Vibe Live. Listeners calling live at TEAM103 Radio Talk Show. So call the line to hear the village team talking live at TEAM103 Radio Talk Show on Vibe Live. Listeners calling live at TEAM103 Radio Talk Show. So call the line to hear the village team talking live. Every Wednesday, tune in to listen to them. Or get a friend, call the line and go to talk to them. Real talk, life situations, no gimmicks. This is the beginning of a movement, so get with it. How you gonna act with Big Boot? Hit you with a question. I was shocked in the polls, I couldn't say nothing. Then to find out later it was all true. You won't believe some of the things people go through. But here's what we do, we reach out to help others. Picking up our brothers and supporting others. But that ain't all, we got music in our own movie. The best local music, even from yours truly. So go to tune in and listen to your local tracks. Maybe even hit us with how you gon' act. You never know what your boy Big Boot do. On the radio with his TEAM103 crew. It's TEAM103 Radio Talk Show on Vibe Live. Listen us calling live at TEAM103 Radio Talk Show. So call the line to hear the village team talking live.
President of TEAM103 in the high school, Miss Special K, tuned in with Dr. Go Special K.
Hello.
No, I guess you got him, President.
Hello.
Please stop, I'm joking.
Hello.
What's going on?
Hey, everybody put your...
We all live, man. You know what I'm saying? Everything is documented and recorded like that. So, man, you know what? I was sitting back, man, you know, TEAM103, we did a topic not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? We did a topic about child support.
Child support.
You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So,
Okay.
You know, it was some more people who wanted to get in and feel like they had something to say about it. They want to collaborate a little bit more, they want to put their opinion in. So my question is, man, you know, I really want to know how y'all feel about child support, man, and is it another way y'all think it should be done, or what's something you don't like about it? What's something you do like about it? Like, how do you truly feel? And I know I got somebody in the conference room right now who got something they want to get off their chest because they've been wanting to talk about it. So Special K. Special K. Did you feel that, Special K? I'm going to listen to you right now. I want you to tell me how do you truly feel about child support, the good and the bad. Do you think that so many women out here are taking advantage of it? Do you think they really mean how much they get, or for those that not getting much, do you think some spend on their hair, their nails, buying their boyfriend's shoes? I mean, just talk to me. How do you feel about child support? TEAM103.
Yo.
You know what it is?
Yes.
I you know what I'm saying? Special K is not to give us her breakdown or how she feels about child support. So Special K, talk to us, please.
Do you want the good or the bad first?
How do you feel like telling us?
And we need you to come closer to the mic. We need you to come closer to the mic or speak up, Special K.
Okay.
Tell her.
I mean, when the mother does right.
Somebody let Special K know to speak up. We can't hear her.
If it's benefiting the kid, then it's a good.
Okay.
In my situation.
Now, give us the breakdown of what you mean by business. What do you consider doing what with the money that is truly finished with the kids? You know, break that down a little bit.
Okay. For an example, the kid needs a plate, or they need food, or they need school supplies. or a haircut, or a hairdo. That's where the child support comes in.
We can't hear her. We need her to talk louder.
The supply they want, so just the need.
Hello?
What you mean?
It's basically for their needs.
Hello?
Okay, all right.
Hello?
What about the dad? How you gonna stick that up?
The dad, I say, is because some females, they don't
Hello?
use the child support for the kids. They
Why can't they hear me?
To get their nails done, to get their hair done, to get them some shoes, to go. Conference muted. Conference unmuted.
Hello?
To go to the pool.
Hello?
Forget about how the kids look. The kids can look all raggedy, but they looking fly as hell.
Okay.
That's the bad.
Okay. So, where's that? You still want to go there? Oh yeah, for sure, man.
This whole time my mic has been muted. Hello? My mic has been muted this whole time. Look, you guys are such professionals. You just went on without me. Yeah, y'all would leave me. You really would. Special K, we can't hear you, so we need you to either get closer to the mic or talk louder. And if you guys are on speakerphones, come off the speakerphones, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
How you doing?
Hey, Team 103, that's how I'm doing. How you doing?
Team 103, Mr. Rose, he's going to give us his breakdown on how he feels about child support.
Oh.
All right. Well, I speak from experience. I think child support is necessary.
Yes.
For my behalf, some people not as fortunate as I am, but I have. I don't have a problem paying child support, but it's easier for me to pay child support than going to the bank, have to write checks out, have to go down, get the money, do all that.
Yeah.
It comes straight out of my banking account, so it's perfect for me. I think it's easy assets,
Yes.
And, and the whole part for me, say if I know that, that my baby mom may use the money to do this and do that, I'm fine with it. I'm perfectly fine with it. As long as my son is well taken care of, he's not going without eating, he's not looking rough, I'm fine with it.
Mm-hmm.
I have no problem with it. Because at the end of the day, with or without me, she's going to do them things anyway,
Mm-hmm.
So as long as my kid is well taken care of, I can't argue with anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you feel there's any women out there or people out there taking advantage of it?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a lot of people that are taking advantage of it. Like I said, everybody's not as fortunate as me, but you have some guys that's out there that barely making it, and they still hit them up asking for more money. They still hit them up doing this and doing that. They take advantage because they know that the system allows them to do it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it definitely allows them to do it,
Very much so.
Okay. Is my man Mike over there? Mike, you with us?
Mike Magic, I'm in the building.
Mike, what's going on, Mike? How you living over there, brother?
What's going on? I live in winter. I can't complain.
Okay, look, Mike, we want to break down how you truly feel about child support, man. What you heard about it, what you see, any experience you have. What are your feelings about child support?
Well, first, before I elaborate a little bit, and I won't take a lot of you guys' time. First, I can appreciate what you guys are trying to do and what you're trying to promote. I see a lot of it on Facebook, and it looks like you guys are trying to promote a movement of positivity and create a positive culture, man, and that's what it's about. And so I give you guys props, number one, for that.
Thank you, sir.
I can
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We appreciate it.
No problem. So my thing on child support, and the reason why I wanted to talk about this a little bit, and I don't know what your time limit is, because this is a broad conversation. We can go on that. First of all, I just wanted to, I always thought before I give any type of, not necessarily advice, but if I speak on a specific subject, I always like to give a disclaimer because number one is I don't judge. That's number one. Number two is, you can't criticize someone's situation because you're on the outside looking inside. So, I just had to get that point out before I started elaborating on certain things, because what was it, Rose just finished speaking? And like he just said, it's everyone's situation is different. Everyone's in positions to where they can pay child support, some can't. Some do try, some don't.
Mm-hmm.
That's the reality of it. But yes, I can agree with him when he said child support is good. My personal experience is all I can speak from. I don't pay it. And the reason why I don't pay it is, and my daughter is well taken care of. She wants for nothing. Okay? But when she needs something, that's when I provide it. And that's my way of making sure that, and let's don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to monitor what her mom does. Her mom and I have a great relationship. We're not together, but I make sure that there's not abuse. I kind of inspect what I expect, and I do make sure that what she asked for, that it gets done for what she asked for.
Mm-hmm.
If it's gas, no problem. If it's a can of light bill, hey, the kids got to sleep, kids need water, the gas need to be in the car, they may need to go to the grocery store, they may need to go to a doctor's appointment, that's fine. But for the most part, child support is necessary.
Yes.
It's very necessary. I think it's important to have it, because when you decide not to be with that parent, it is some type of financial struggle, depending on the parent's status. It just depends. Sure. But there is some type of financial backing that's needed. Now, the problem is what women that they perceive child support as. Mm-hmm. Because the first thing they say is, I'm going to have this kid. I'm going to put you on child support.
Yeah.
So, just because you have a kid by somebody, it doesn't mean that person decided not to be with you. It doesn't mean that they don't want to support the child. It doesn't mean that. Why would you automatically say, I'm putting you on child support? I think that word child support has become bitter to most men, because they look at it as a way to be used by the daughter, not the daughter, but by the child's mother, to put them on child support. They quick to say child support.
Not to cut into you, but just to ask a question to what you're saying. Do you feel like some of these guys, they decide to stay with the baby mother because they fear the word child support?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely, man. And I'm gonna tell you, and that's one decision that I contemplated that I decided not to do. Because this is the deal. At the end of the day, what a lot of parents need to realize is a lot of people do stay in a relationship because of the child.
Yeah.
Okay, I disagree with that, because if there's no love in the household, how can you portray love to that child when you're fussing and arguing and where the case is, when the house is full of negativity, bitterness, and how can you really raise a child in that type of atmosphere? And
that's right.
And I decided to leave because I felt I was selfish. No, I'm sorry. I felt I would have been selfish if I would have stayed for my own selfish reasons to be there, because it's convenient. Okay, I left. I became uncomfortable because I wanted to make sure my daughter does not get brought up in that type of environment. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna tell you, man, I don't mean to be offensive and talk so much, but I just want to say this. And typically, you look at kids when you get 6 and 7 and 8 years old, and you be like, man, why are you so bad? Why kids are bad? Kids are not born bad. Because it is that decision you decided to stay, and they grew up into that negativity, and maybe they saw you hit mom. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm not saying the situation was violent. I'm just saying maybe they saw you hit mom, and maybe they think that's okay to hit on other little kids. So, yes, I think guys use it as an excuse not to pay child support, which I think that's not right. I think that's not right.
Okay, true. Miss Rosalie.
Yes.
How you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. How are you?
We want to hear how Rosalie feel about child support.
Oh, well, I was the absent parent, and so I was required to pay child support, and unfortunately, I was homeless, and disabled, and so I wasn't able to pay my child support in a timely. Well, I just wasn't able to pay my child support. Forget about timely. So I actually ended up getting $10,000 in arrears. Which of course, when I got my funding and all that, I've paid all that back. The girl is more than straight right now. Thank you, Jesus. But there is a necessity for child support. And when they work their little formula and they come up and they tell you, well, your portion of the child support is about $300 or whatever, that actually is, when you look out, if you were going to the store, grocery shopping, buying diapers, buying bottles, buying food, gas, all of that, whatever, and if you broke it down to that child's portion, if they were going to pay into a portion, that's about what it would be, and it's probably far short than what they deserve. Plus, they're your kids, okay? For me, myself, I didn't feel bad because, I got to pay child support. I felt bad because I wasn't in a position to support my child. And in that, it was really hard. And then I also had the obstacle of when I was disabled and my claim hadn't been approved and all of that. Child support, they didn't care. Enforcement didn't care. The more I got in arrears, the next thing I know, I've got a warrant out for my arrest, and they're taking my driver's license. Well, they would have took it, except that I stopped driving. I ain't had a driver's license since 1998. So it's like, you can have that, man. I got drivers for that, man. I get on the bus, Hey, I'm straight. But being the absent parent. Now, also, there were times that I like when I went to go pay the child support, and I had some money in my pocket, and like I said, the majority of the time during this time I was homeless, and so there were times that I wish when I could have went to go pay it, and they were straight, and they're in the house, and everything is okay. Maybe they could have let Robin Lynn hang on to a little something, because it's really hard sometimes when you have all that hanging over your head and that threat, and you're trying not to go to jail and do all of that. You give it all up, so it doesn't matter. But I'd be worried about if the other parent is going to use it for other concerns, and actually that actually happened in my case. That actually happened. Not only that, but I once I got out of being homeless, I got on my feet, and I got a claim, and so I'm okay. But in that, where I wasn't able to provide for myself, now I was able to provide for my children. And so when I got paid, basically they got paid. Only except for now, when they're getting paid so good every month, now, after everything was fine, other parent was handling everything fine. Now, other parent want to party like it's 1999. And so I'm not going to go into no details and stuff, but I have seen people abuse the system on both sides. I've also seen this is really interesting now. Okay, women, they do. I'm going to have this man's baby. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm a child support, and that's what they do. Women marry up. Sometimes they call them groupies. Sometimes they call them gold diggers. Sometimes they call them hoes. Okay, so anyway, but and also this is the point that we don't talk about, and I see this. Okay, and I'm probably going to get in trouble with women. I don't care. A woman can get pregnant and either tell that man or not. She don't got to tell him, okay? And then she can go and tell him and say, I'm going to have the baby. He doesn't have a choice. He does not have a choice. And then when that child is born, he still has to pay child support. And then he still doesn't have the same choice if she goes, I'm not keeping the baby, and he wants the child. Okay? And so there's a lot of unfairness that can go on either side, but I'm going to say this, all of that will never occur if folks ain't playing. If you're doing what's right and what's good, okay, and I'm not going to get up and preach right now, but I am a minister, but I'm not going to preach. But you know what? God lays it out very nice and very simply, and it's not hard to do those things. And I've looked at people that have followed those principles and stuff, staying true to one another, not fornicating, and all that other stuff that Father says, married 50 years, okay? They don't got diseases and stuff like that we're facing with now. And so I'm just saying, so I don't know. Are there any more questions?
Okay. We definitely appreciate you for breaking that down.
Yeah.
Before I go to my next question of the child support, and I got a very good question. We talked to Rose, talked to Special K, we talked to Mike, talked to Robin. Is there anybody else in this conference room before I go to my next question? Okay, guess not. So let me go back now. I want to ask this question about child support. Now, me and Rose, we've talked about this before, but you know what I'm saying? I want him to collaborate, and I want everybody to collaborate too. Rose.
Yes, sir.
Rose, how do you feel about, what is your take on guys? Because I'm pretty sure everybody in here, I see here some type of experience, whether you're paying it or not.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm pretty sure everybody's seen this happen on a day-to-day with child support. How do you feel about guys saying, okay, I pay child support, so I ain't paying nothing else? You know, I pay my child support every month. I don't care whether it's $10, $50, I pay my child support. How do you feel about that, brother?
I'm a firm disbeliever in that. My thing is, if I pay my child support, my kids don't know I pay child support. So if my son comes to me, if it's my weekend and I have my kids, and my son comes to me like, Daddy, I want this, I comes out of my pocket. If I have it, I'm going to buy it. I'm not going to look at him saying, go ask Mom, she get this or whatever. You know what I mean? My son don't go to that. I pay child support. That ain't got nothing to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
Even though when I went to court, the judge told me, you don't have to pay anything. Anytime you have your kids, she says, money. No, that ain't got nothing to do with it. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, my son looks at me, he looks at me behind. I don't believe in that at all. I got it. Mm-hmm. I got it come out of pocket.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Okay. Special K, how do you feel about that?
Well,
how do you feel about like you saying, okay, you know what I'm saying, I pay $300-$400 a month. I should have to come out of my pocket and not the child need this thing this. That's all they want.
Okay, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna talk to y'all about what I go through because I have 3 kids and all of my babies are on child support and they don't pay anything. Like I don't get it at all. Mm. My oldest son is 10. His dad only has to pay, and I know y'all guys probably gonna get kind of heated about when I say how much he has to pay. He don't have to pay $50 a month, and I don't get that.
Oh wow!
It's $50.
How do you do that? Can I ask you something?
$50, and he don't pay that. He don't pay that, but he can ride around with rims on his car, brand new doors on his feet. You know, name brand stuff. But you can't pay my son $50.
His son.
Like literally.
His son.
And that's. So
yeah, that's right. His son.
Yes, his son. So it's like that's like sad to me because you stay right in town. We stay in the same town, and you have not seen my son in I don't know how many years. I call you and ask you, can you just go take my son to get a haircut? And I will pay for the haircut. I just need for you to take him because I couldn't take him that day, and you told my son that you was coming, and you never showed up. So it's like I never wanted my kids on my baby daddies on child support. I had a mutual agreement. When I call you, and I'm just not going to be often, if I say I need you, just take your time out. You don't have to go buy anything, nothing. Just come play football with them, basketball with them, something. And I can't even get that. So that's why I had to go to the court. But I'm like, you can't even take a little $50 that the court told you to pay. But my baby boy has not seen his father since he was 2 years old. So child support is a real itchy subject for me, but I deal with it.
Well, let me ask this. But what if he was paying? What if he was paying that $50, right? Let's say he was paying that $50, but he like, that's all you get. Regardless of how old your child gets, regardless, he don't care about the football game, the basketball game. Let's say he was paying that $50. Do you think that should be enough? You think he good? How you feel about him saying, okay, I am paying my $50, so you shouldn't need nothing else from me?
No, that's not good at all because, I mean, my son can go through $50 in a day.
10 minutes.
Like in an hour.
10 minutes. Yeah.
So it's like, $50 is nothing. I mean, that's like, wow.
That's actually an insult.
So,
It's like, wow.
Yeah, that's an
so
insult.
him coming to me saying that, oh, you got to look child support this month. Okay, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's unacceptable. Like, okay, I'm with him 24/7. He stays in my household. You don't have to, go to school meetings and all the other type of stuff. So, what?
Yeah.
I don't think that very likely.
Yeah.
So, Mike, I just still listen.
Yeah, yeah.
Mike, how do you feel about guys just saying, you know what I'm saying, I pay child support, so that should be enough. I don't need to do nothing else. I pay child support, so she don't need to call me, tell me about, look at me, a pair of shoes, look, send me the coat. How do you feel?
So if a man feels that way, then I feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
And the thing is, child support can't raise a child. Child support can't teach a child, how to act. Child support can't nourish a child. Can't give the child what it needs emotionally. You still have to be involved in that child's life. Child support, whatever child support is, it may not cover all what the child needs. So you're going to say, okay, the court ordered me to pay $100. So I paid my $100. I don't care if the kid needs shoes. I don't care if the kid needs a copay for a doctor's visit. I don't pay them. No, that's not the way. That's not the way to do it. I don't feel good about that at all. Whatever the kid needs, he needs. And the thing is, the problem as men, not just as men, but as women, is parents, period. When we become parents, then we got to put ourselves aside. So we got to take ourselves out of the equation and do whatever we have to do to take care of that child. I give on a weekly basis. I give my daughter's mom whatever she needs for her. But when I go visit her, I still take my daughters out, and we go out and she get her little nails done, Chuck E. Cheese, wherever the case may be. We go to the mall. I still spend money. I'm not going to stop just because I gave you what you needed for the month. It doesn't work that way. That child needs a father and a mother. They need their parents in their lives. And just to kind of ask Kyle real quick a question as far as how do you feel bitter towards you about something? Because this is the way I look at it is when a parent don't, I can't picture a man not wanting to take care of his kids. I just don't understand, and because I just don't get it. If you're being someone you have to produce, I don't understand that mentality of a man. Why they wouldn't now in his case, because he's right there. I'm 6 hours away from mine, so I'm jealous of the fact that he's right there and can marry his child every day. So it's something he has against you that prevents him from wanting to do anything. Because I think a lot of times you do have some men, they're about their ways and they do what they do. I understand, I'm a man. But you do have some men who kind of stay away from the kids because of something that you don't like about what the kid's mother. It's something you guys...
Good question.
You know what I mean?
Right. Okay, to answer your question, like I said, I have 3 boys. So I have 3 baby daddies. To be honest with them, because being real. My oldest son's father, me and him been together for 6 years. 3 good, 3 bad. And when we broke up, it was just like, okay, I have nothing to do with your son. And I'm like, I have nothing to do. You know what I'm saying? You moving on, you move forward, we broke up. I mean, I just want you to be involved in your son's life. And it seems like when we broke up, it was just like I broke up with you and I broke up with the kid. With my middle son, me and his baby had a good relationship. He ended up getting another baby mama, and then it's just like to get you and your son. And his son, my son is the oldest. I called him and asked him to give me $15 for a coat for my son because, I didn't have the money to buy him a winter coat. But when I call my kids' fathers, it's the last resort. It's like I don't call them every day or I don't bug them. If I don't have it and you're my last resort, that's when I'm gonna call you. And when I called and asked him for that $15 and he told me no, he couldn't do it, I'm like, wow. All I asked you was $15. It ain't like I asked you for $100. I asked you for $15. My baby boy, he's 7. Me and his dad is married, and once we got divorced, he never said anything else to my son. He don't call for Christmas, birthday, or nothing. But to get on Facebook and I like that you're super dad, that what really gets to me. You get on Facebook and when they act like that you're super dad, when I be posting pictures of other kids, oh yeah, that's my son this, that's my son that. You haven't talked to that since you said he was 2 years old. So you can't be super dad because you're not a father. He don't even know your name. And that's what gets me with, the guys, like y'all have the kids that have to be here.
That's right. I agree.
So why are you acting?
Let me just, can I get you to give me a little bit of advice on how to try to limit it a little bit?
Sure, go ahead, because I need all of them to come to that.
How about you delete them? Number one, you're off your page. Delete them, because the fact of the matter is, it's out of sight, out of mind. Okay?
Right.
Out of sight, out of mind. If you don't see them get on Facebook and balling or acting like they're balling and acting like they're super dads and all of a sudden then you won't have to worry about it. Even though it's still, probably many people live behind Facebook and probably, I think, it's kind of get out of reality. I'm not sure it's living. But, it's part of our culture now. It's just part of our daily life. It's just what it is. So delete them. Delete them. Delete them. You don't have to worry about it, and from that situation, man, you can't make a man be a man, unfortunately. Right. They got to want, and it sounds like these guys are holding kids responsible because of whatever happens to you. Or maybe the significant other in their lives, or whatever the case may be, protecting them and trying to alienate their kids from you. Alienate them from their kids.
Yeah.
So in a situation like that, you really can't do nothing to pray about it. Give it up. Give all that burden at it. Give it all up to God and let Him work it, man. And because you can't continue to carry that burden and that stress. Trust me, I put that in their face.
Yeah. Okay. So, Miss Robert.
Yes.
How do you feel about guys getting to a point and just say, I'm going to pay my child support, but that's all I need to do. That's all I'm going to do. Whether it's $5, $10, or even $1,000. How do you feel about men or people in general just paying their child support and pretty much walking away from the kid and still thinking that he's a father because he at least paid their child support?
I feel that my good friends should have up on their savings and answer that collect call after I put somebody on swole status. I think that I've encountered some people like that, and they really think that they've done enough. They've talked themselves into that, and I think that it's really it's sad because oh my goodness. Yeah, a person that says, okay, I just take, that's all they told me to pay. That's all they told me to pay, and that's what I'm going to pay. I think if you live your life, especially taking care of your children by what society tells you to do, and not on your own, if you're not so moved to provide for your child, and to the increments that you put out your care towards your child with less regard than you do an object or something that you give more care to a car that you're buying than you'll do You'll make sure you pay your car payment. You know, and I say this, most of the time, either there's no regard for the other parent, okay, and the child is just a byproduct of that. It's actually that other parent that they're dissing, okay. And it's a real indirect way they have of doing that. It's just absolving all responsibility. But then let's look at this, okay? Let's look at this, people. Let's try to slow down some, because guess what? If you stopped and if you looked and if you didn't take it to the next level, oh, I like you, what you got on, let's take it to the next level, because you get to the next level and you don't like the next level. Then you spend the time doing this to each other, and it's children that's being born out of these situations, and y'all just need to stop it. I think I need to shut up.
Yeah.
Now.
I have a question for the guys.
Okay.
Okay, first I want to know, okay, Big Boo.
Yeah.
Because it seems like that we are giving the guys such a hard time about this child support thing. I'm going to reverse the role for a second, because there are some baby mamas
Oh.
that pay child support to the baby daddy.
I did. I was.
Like, I know. It's like that. Say y'all the one that had the kids 24/7, and your baby mama didn't do what she's supposed to do. How would you feel?
Hey, Stevie, are you up here with us? Hey, Steve, kind of quiet. I know you up here. I'll go first. Let me go first. But I want to ask you a question, and then I want to come back. I want to talk to Mike a little bit. He said Mike touched me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, let me